Hello aspirants, welcome to CSAT FIT PYQs. See, this is question asked in CSAT paper 2022. That is, 8 students A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H sit around a circular table equidistant from each other facing the center of table. Right? Not necessarily in the same order. See, 8 students. See, this is 8 students facing the sit around a circular table equidistant from each other facing the center of the table. So 8 students equidistant, so that can be arranged as, see, this is 1 2, right? See, 1 is sitting here, 2 is sitting here, right? And this is 2 3, right? And this is, so 3 4, sorry, 5 6, and this is 7 8, right? We need to equidistance, right? And they are equidistance facing the center of the table, so they are facing the center, so that means they are sitting here. So face this side, right? Face towards the center. So like this, face towards the center, face towards the center, right? Like this, right? Then facing center, not necessarily in the same order, not necessarily in the same order, right? So now B and D sit neither adjacent to A nor opposite to A, right? So let's keep this for next, right? We will focus on जो fix दिया हुआ है. A sits in between E and D, right? See, A sits in between E and D, so let's place A here. A sits in between E and D, right? See, this is one way, so this is first case, and let's go for second case for the same, right? So that is, see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? And A sits in between E and D, so now E is this side and D is this side, right? Then F sits in between B and H. So F sits in between B and H. So let's take here B, H, right? And इसी का next case would be, right? That is third case. That is, see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this would be same E, A, T, right? And F is sitting between B and H. So now B is here and H. So F is sitting between B and H, right? And either be F, B. So F is sitting between B and H here. And iska bhi fourth case would be, right? See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? So this is D, right? This is A and this is E, and F is sitting between H and B. So H is here, this time, and B is here, right? Now let's go for, see, this one, that is B and C sit neither adjacent to C nor opposite to C. B and C sit neither adjacent to C, right, nor opposite. So basically B and D ना C के side में बैठेंगे ना C के opposite में बैठेंगे, right? So B and D. So B and D sit neither adjacent to C. So C cannot be here because, see, D का opposite में नहीं हो सकता. Sit neither adjacent nor opposite to C. So D, so B is here, right? So C cannot sit here and C cannot sit here because B and D sit neither adjacent to C nor opposite to C, right? D and B cannot sit adjacent to C. So this case is incorrect, right? This case we cannot take, right? Now see, C here, see, C cannot be here because C cannot be adjacent, D cannot be adjacent to C, right? Or opposite नहीं हो सकता, and C can be here for this case. See, C is neither, see, B and D sit neither adjacent to C, so B and D sit neither adjacent to C if C is here, right? So sorry, C is here, if C is here, right? So B is here, so not adjacent, not opposite, right? And D not adjacent nor opposite to C. So that means, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So G would be here in that case, right? So G is here, right? So this is the case we got. Now let's check for other cases. See, B, right? See, C cannot sit here because adjacent to B and opposite to D, right? And C can sit here, right? Because it is not adjacent to B, not adjacent to D, nor opposite to D. So C is here, so, and G is here, right? So this is the second possible case. Now let's check for this one. See, here C cannot sit, right? Because adjacent to B, and here also C cannot sit because it is adjacent to D, right? So this case is also not possible. So we have got two possible cases, right? Is two possible cases में क्या possible है? Can be which of the following can be definitely correct, right? That is given B sits in between A and G. See B here is sitting between E and F. So this is incorrect, right? Here also B is sitting between F and G, not A and G. So from this also it is incorrect, right? C sits opposite to G, right? C is sitting opposite to E, not G, right? So this is incorrect. Here also C is sitting opposite to H, not to G. So this is from second also it is incorrect. Then E sits opposite to F. E sits, see E is here. So E sits opposite to F, no, opposite to C. E is sitting opposite to C. So this is incorrect, right? Here also, but here E is sitting opposite to F, but here E is not sitting. See, definitely correct. So all cases में correct होगा वही लेंगे. So एक भी case में, because E is sitting opposite to C here, even if in this case E can be sitting, but we cannot conclude it. Definitely correct we cannot say, because if this case is satisfying all the conditions, right? Then if they are sitting like this, then E would be sitting opposite to C, not to F, right? So this would be incorrect. So that is none of the above can be definitely correct. Which of the following is definitely correct? None can be definitely correct, right? So option D is the answer. So that is for seating arrangement, you need to check all the possible cases, right?